bunt situation. What is the other bunt situation that's an obvious bunt situation? First base, nobody out, and then...
Second base, nobody out.
Well, not first and second.
Nobody out.
First and second, nobody out. Now, first and second, nobody out. That's when you'll see a catcher stand up, walk out in front of home plate, and put on a bunch of signs. There are multiple bunt defenses in a first and second, nobody out. Let's talk about a basic one and then just an aggressive one. All right, basic one. First of all, who is the offense trying to make field the ball now?
Third.
He's trying to make the third baseman field the ball because now the third baseman has to guard against the steal. Okay, so the third baseman now has to hold his ground. Now the first baseman does not need to hold him on, so the offense is trying to bunt the ball at the third baseman. Okay, first baseman can cheat a little bit. He may have to field a bunted ball. Second baseman has that responsibility. Shortstop has that responsibility. Third baseman is going to try and hold the bag. He's going to try and hold the bag in a basic bunt defense. Pitcher's going to try and get to this side of the field. Pitcher's going to try and go cover up. If the third baseman has to leave his position to field the ball in a basic bunt defense, you're not going to get an out at third base. You've lost the opportunity in a basic bunt defense. You might get a ball bunted back to the pitcher and he throws it to the third baseman in basic bunt defense and you get the out at third. But generally speaking, you're going to say, all right, they're going to advance the runners, we're going to get an out. Third baseman's going to try and hold his ground. Pitcher's going to try to cover the third base side. First baseman in, second baseman over, shortstop over. Okay, basic bunt defense. A lot of times on defense, you're trying to figure out if they're going to bunt. Instead of picking to first base, what would you do to see if they're going to tip their hand now? Many times teams will do this. What will they do inside before they proceed a bunt? They'll do an inside move. So the pitcher now comes set, checks the lead runner, and he'll do an inside move. And we're looking to see if the batter tipped his hand. Okay? And if they tip their hand, sometimes you could say, you know what, he's bunting, let's just play it straight up. Let's see if he can bunt the ball. If he bunts the ball, they can advance the runner. Sometimes you want to be aggressive. There are multiple ways to be aggressive. We're going to be aggressive the same way we were aggressive with a guy in first base. But now instead of the first baseman yelling, ball, 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 now who's going to yell ball, 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 ball? You could have either one yell ball, 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 but the most common one is the shortstop yells ball, 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 ball. Okay, so the shortstop tries to drive him back, and then we just play it straight up again, trying to get that third baseman to hold his ground. Okay, if the runner's got to travel a further distance, we should have an opportunity to get that out. All right, so let's just rep this a little bit. We're going to go with the same offense that started on offense, the same defense. This is a first and second, nobody out bunt situation. All right, here we go.